All this was justice.
Okay.
When John was watching my hand, I come back to take the knife and he started stabbing her. He was stabbing a few times.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Nashville, Tennessee, weighing in at 238 pounds. Wolf, the man of 1,000 holds. Tony Lewis.
Here's an individual who knew competition as auditioning for roles in movies and TV shows. No one expected this.
He had to overhaul his entire way of life to survive the training at the Performance Center. But give credit where it's due. He's here now.
They all got together and decided to go ahead and charge Monday as an accomplice.
It looks like they're buying Monday's story, but he was just a bystander. In exchange, he will testify against Justice Smith. It's a deal double hot.
Why did they do that? I was outraged. I was really outraged that it could have happened. I couldn't understand why it could possibly be done when the evidence, the DNA examination had not been completed by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, which was their duty to do.
I couldn't believe the fact that they were doing it because there was no DNA. I mean, you got one criminal's word against the other criminal's word. They're going to sell the mother to save the wife.
Monday pleads guilty to being an accessory.
Now he shuts up the haters.
2 days later, the DNA results arrive.
Did they come back with Justice Smith's DNA? No. They came back with her methods.
Have the police made a deal with the devil?
You know, I think one of these things.
Kirk Monday outsmarted the Attorney General and the police, and probably as well, because they all believed the cockamamie story came up with. Why didn't they just wait?
Legal authorities backtrack and try to charge Monday with murder.
You argued the truth, but that was now too late, because they had taken a plea to a very much lesser offence from him. Because of the double jeopardy rule, it prevented any action being taken further against Kirk Monday.
Bend the knee before your king. He's not my king.
And his opponent from Kansas City, weighing in at 275 pounds.
2 years after
King Corbin!
I wanted to see the thing get over with, but of course
Corbin
what I
looks
wanted
ready
was
to
conviction.
dispatch
They were very
any
confident
threat
that they
to
were
his
going to get a
crown.
conviction on this.
Corbin always ready to use questionable tactics.
to gain success.
Monday said Smith tossed from
It's
a
not
bridge.
so despicable if you understand how to respect such a majestic and valiant ruler.
Forensic pathologist to examine it.
The serrations on a knife are like fingerprints when they come in contact with the skin. So the serrations on the skin when the knife was sharply cut against the victim's skin matched. The stab wounds matched. So it was entirely consistent with being the murder weapon.
There was a knife block in the Smith household when they looked at the house and material, and they found one
And
knife
now
was missing.
Corbin is here to claim his most regal victory to date.
Is piling up.
Lee Lottymore identified him as Kirk Mundy and Justice Smith connected up. Kirk Mundy and Justice Smith were seen on the bridge by individuals that knew them.
Welcome to the road to Money in the Bank. Baron Corbin will be looking to take out his anger management problems on a superstar that's come a long way in WWE, but still has a lot to prove if he wants to stand tall over the rest of the roster.
It's my favorite time of year, Cole. Briefcase season. Corbin's a battle-tested superstar that knows how to win when it counts. So his opponent's going to have his work cut out for him if he wants to qualify tonight.
There are a number of things that might have been done differently if a
Ripping and tearing at the face.
had performed the autopsy.
For example,
Cage shots up.
before the examination was complete.
This is a way to incapacitate every inch of your opponent. Slowly, methodically, and painfully.
Very helpful.
Corbin dodges that one.
Especially when a struggle has occurred. See,
Oh, right across the solar plexus.
was it just one person or both?
He turns it around on Corbin.
Dr. Biden testifies Monday he was acted alone. He says he not blocked for the thing. What are you doing? Why are you talking?
After they get there on the motorcycle,
Reverse DDT. This match's brutality starting to show on him.
They've definitely taken their lumps at this point. Their opponent is not messing around.
That's when the torture with a knife begins.
this may have been an attempt by the perpetrator
That is a game
to
changer.
have an oral
This is it.
sexual situation, and she refused. Then
The shoulder out at the last moment. How is he still in this match? By the skin of his teeth.
That indicates that she was stationary at that time. Somebody has to be holding her head back
He got whipped into that corner.
and holding her arms from moving.
Just one
That'll leave a mark.
if he would have tried to
Corbin avoids the offense. Hellacious power slam.
Another indication that her hands were being held by another person. She winds up seated and is stabbed in the neck while seated, cutting the jugular vein.
Nice breaker.
It's unlikely
And Corbin is being handled here. Corbin might just be waiting for an opportune time.
that she would be able to get up and walk to the roadway.
Finally, the autopsy report reveals
Reverse.
2 people carried their
Backflip.
They were
The WWE Universe is pouring more fuel on his fire right now.
grabbing a body to lift them up. There's also smear marks on the ankles, which also gets contact.
From the outside. Are you kidding me? No way.
Wait a minute. No way.
And the ankle.
Don't do it.
She was just the ankle, right? And the left there. There was a horrible murder here with, in my opinion, 2 people.
He steps foot in the ring again. Headed to
It
the
was
top
very
rope.
difficult to sit there and
Taking flight. Shooting star press. Looking for the victory. There's 2.
Oh, he powered out at 2. I can't believe it.
This is amazing.
closes its case. To the head.
Stomping down. And Baron now is being chopped down.
Corbin needs to better assess the situation to turn this around.
Oh, an elbow drop.
There was circumstantial evidence, there was direct evidence, so definitely
And Corbin may have felt that coming.
summarized in 50 minutes. He just summarized the case
Saw
properly.
it coming and got out there. Double axe handle.
The case, the okay, that's it.
Running knee strike. Scary pattern starting to form as that upper area takes more damage.
No one is prepared
speaks for himself. Yeah, but he needs to maintain some offense to fully get back in this one.
That suplex. Oh, no. Face buster. Oh, right in there. We're going to see it.
There it was. Baron Corbin now wearing a crimson mask.
Fishing gets it right just like this to break.
It's noticed the majority of people reach the A1C under 7 and maintain it. Looks like it lowers the risk of any cardiovascular events, such as stroke, heart attack, or death. It's also good for heart disease. And you may lose weight. Adults must live to 14 pounds.
Corbin's plans failed.
Isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't show
He
people
reverses it.
dominating silver tackle. Thyroid cancer, or insulin-induced neoplasia syndrome type 2, or allergic to. Stop those up and get them well regulated. No longer swelling through that. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis,
Shocker. Able to somehow power out it, too.
taking Ozempic with this amonoluria, or its
Corbin
may
averts
cause
the
lung
attack.
tumors.
Punishing punishment. Two count. And he fights it off.
Good Lord, scarily close to 3.
You may pay as little as $25.
2 years after Becky Nelson's fight for her,
Who's in?
Baron Corbin.
Night,
He wins with a devastating submission.
Those fairest punishment possible.
unbelievably, the case doesn't make it to the jury.
And now about to it, folks.
Work it out for lack of evidence.
Here is
Yes,
your
he
winner,
didn't come here to watch him post in time.
the man of 1,000 holds, Tony Lewis. This was as dominant a win as I've ever seen, guys.
Never a doubt, barely a moment's suspense. This one was about as lopsided as they come.
We couldn't believe it. It was like a stop to your heart. I was like, can't believe it. What does that mean?
Smith walked away. Smith just walked out the door.
The case was circumstantial, but seemed solid. Smith and Monday gave Becky a ride. Witnesses placed them near the crime scene. Forensic evidence indicated 2 people killed her. The murder weapon matched the knife in Smith's kitchen.
I've spoken to members of the jury that would convict them off the evidence that they were given. It stunk.
There was a street public outcry. The verdict shocked Canada, the verdict shocked Bermuda. Just shock permeated everywhere.
Over the next 14 months, a complicated series of appeals and counter-appeals followed. But nothing changes.
The double jeopardy law in Bermuda meant that the decision could not be reversed. The decision to free him was upheld.
It was like a big dark cloud just sitting over us. It was unbelievable.
2 years after learning he will never again have to stand trial for Becky's murder, Justice Smith stabs a woman outside a bar.
I was absolutely horrified and appalled. He's a dangerous man. He's a very dangerous man.
Justice Smith spends a year in prison. To date, no one has served time for Becky's murder. The case is listed as unsolved.
Everything failed. Everything failed. I blame nobody. Nobody set about to wreck this case. That this was a failure of the entire Bermuda criminal justice process from beginning to end.
I really don't think Bermuda's going to do anything more about it. The curtain's been lifted, and everything's been swept under it.
When this program applied to film in Bermuda, we were turned down. Government authorities also turned down our request for interviews.
They don't want this case to survive. They want this case to go away. because of the publicity it gives
The
them.
following contest is a six-man tag team match on the way to the ring at a combined weight of 758 pounds. Wolf, the man of 1,000 holds, Tony Lewis, Paragon J. Pierce, and Big T.
He wasn't an athlete per se, but after he endured the rigors of trying to break into mainstream Hollywood, he developed an athleticism perfect for competing in WWE.
And now he's proven he's not someone to be underestimated.
I thought maybe I could have saved her.
Well, this man here is simply looking to cause some hurt. You're about to conduct a little business with the Almighty.
And their opponents, first, representing the Hurt Business from Colorado Springs, Colorado, weighing in at 273 pounds, the Almighty Bobby Lashley.
A truly astounding physical specimen, military trained, countless amateur accolades, and a dominant MMA career.
I feel like if I standing in front of a train, a chicken note, I've had dark moments. Is she dead?
I talked to Lashley earlier today. He said tonight he's in a bad mood and he might not let go of the hurt lock. Who's gonna make him stop? Give it a shot, Saxton. I'm good.
Look at the physique.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It hurts my heart. Becky was a wonderful person, and we have
Well, this is gonna be good. Break out your notepads because we are about to receive a master class in high flying.
And from San Diego, California, weighing in at 175 pounds, Rey Mysterio!
You gotta love an underdog story like Rey Mysterio's. It sounds nice, but I wouldn't know. I've never been an underdog in my life.
With a great taste, plus 50% more protein, 50% less sugar, turn nutrition into nutrition. Hair life, ultra healthy meal.
The original Earl has arrived. One of the coolest and one of the most confident competitors in all of WWE. Gorilla's backed up that confidence thus far.
And representing RK Bro from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 216 pounds,
Seems like everybody's got an opinion about Riddle, whose laid-back style has earned plenty of fans and detractors. Flags are off, and that means Riddle is ready. We're about to see a grappling clinic.
Simple. The tale of murder and slavery.
It's always interesting to watch teams clash like we have here in this one.
These matches are always a perfect chance to find out how well these superstars actually get along. And an equal opportunity to stab enemy in the back. Strikes with the back kick there. Well, that's a sticky kick.
The only thing they could do was kill him.
Reversal on Lashley.
Very independent.
Kick right to the gut.
check out this power. This is ridiculous.
For him.
Well, life is a doctor. So listen, this is some practice.
I don't know about you, but I'm not ready for postpartum.
Crossbody in the cover.
I think everyone that speaks to her from her family talks about it.
Finally, he picks up the victory.
I'm not.
Here are your winners, Bobby Lashley, Rey Mysterio, and Riddle. Those three have to be happy with their performance here tonight.
This one night may have been a career-defining moment. They're definitely celebrating like it was.
On the street that didn't see violent crime. And people were upset. People were worried.
This doctor had touched many lives and tried to help different people. So I started to question more over. My son goes to that doc. My daughter-in-law goes to that doc. Wow, what a wonderful woman.
She was last in the line at the Fort Myers, Florida airport the night before.
Because we were able to observe her in the airport on surveillance video, we ended up learning that Dr. Severs was returning home from a family gathering for her mother's birthday from Connecticut.
Her husband, Mark, and two daughters, Josephine and Carmela, stayed behind.
Her mom came home because Dr. Severs was the primary breadwinner and she had a practice to run.
But the next day, Dr. Severs failed to show up at her doctor's office.
The employees at her job started texting her husband, Mark Severs, saying, hey, Dr. Severs isn't here.
So her husband called a next-door neighbor, Dr. Mark Petrinus, to check on her.
It's harder. This is hard to treat the 911 yet. The office is calling and texting you when you get surgery, so maybe she's just obviously, it's just not like her. Obviously, that might be a half hour before.
Dr. Mark Petrinus was the first one to find her.
911, what is your emergency?
I'm at a friend's house. She's out of town. She's here to check on the phone. And she's dead on the floor.
Oh, sir, hold on, the line.
Yeah.
Okay, you're doing very well.
And she's bashed in the back of the head. And she's cold. She's dead cold.
It appeared that nothing had been taken. It did not appear that the house had been ransacked. There was nothing that indicated what the motive might be for what was a very vicious crime.
On my initial observations, she has sustained significant head trauma, blunt force of nature, and there was a large pool of blood. She was a smaller female. You could tell that it was not something that happened quickly.
The case was assigned to Lee County Sheriff's Detectives Mike Downs and David Leonard.
There was no obvious smoking gun, for lack of a better choice of words. Pretty much everybody's a suspect at that point. Who does her nails, who does her hair, who cuts the lawn, did they have a house cleaner, have they had any issues with anybody, did she get along with everybody at work? But nothing really seemed to pan out. We did later find out that she also had a very strong personality, which can rub people the wrong way.
It's not wrong, but it's not enough.
There was also speculation that Dr. Severs had been targeted because of her practice as a holistic doctor.
Why aren't we doing this kind of medicine for our body? You can have preventive medicine, but it's not the kind of medicine you typically get at your doctor's office.
There was a group of people who identified themselves as Webstons, and they took a very big interest in this case because throughout the country, at least 2, possibly 3 other states at that time, there were some doctors that also practiced holistic medicine as well as internal medicine that died. And the theory was that they were all murdered, and then we had to look at it because, like I said, right now, everybody in the run.
The theory of it is that there were certain holistic doctors who were being murdered because they had maybe a cure of cancer or had something that the government or some kind of shadowy group didn't want them to talk about. But that didn't turn out to be nothing.
Mark Stevens. And to be thorough, the detective did conduct an interview with Teresa's husband, Mark, once he returned from Connecticut.
Anytime there is a brutal murder of a spouse, one tends to look, or at least glance, at the other spouse. But in this case, the spouse was thousands of miles away in Connecticut at the time that the crime was committed, with an alibi that was absolutely airtight.
I think it's a good life. But at the same time, there's so much going on. But it's hard. I couldn't stop the humanity. I don't continue. Can you tell me what you got? I didn't know she tortured with what happened to her. Don't tell us. So,
kept describing Mark as her rock, and she was his rock.
Have you ever cheated on your wife or she encouraged him to? Have you ever had anyone have an unhealthy obsession with either you or your wife or your kids or anything? I absolutely can't think of anybody that would do that at all.
The detectives ended the interview so Mark Sievers could plan Teresa's funeral and grieve with their 2 daughters.
Yeah, the funeral was submitted to somebody in her statue. Here's this lady that really helped everybody, and now she's gone. And they mourned that fact.
But still, not a single clue about who had been waiting for Teresa that Sunday night as she pulled into her garage after telling her husband she was home, she was safe.
How has anyone gone into this crime scene, committed this horrific crime, and left absolutely no trace evidence? This was almost the perfect crime.
Until a late-night phone call with lead detectives to a small town in Missouri.
And we catch a break. We get it too.
And she just said, I know what happened.
Summer just got smoother and sunnier. Choose your whiskey cocktail below.
We always say so. The Mutual customizes your car insurance. That's my boy. Get out there to make us proud, huh? You're on the freeways. Only paid for what you need.
You cannot come here and be sad at all.
You with family and loved ones, you see all this excitement that makes a difference.
Guardians of the Galaxy, Cosmic Rewind. It was so much fun. To launch backwards. That was pretty cool. Plant-based protein usually tastes like peanut butter baking soda, coconut drywall, or cookies and cream couch crumbs. So at Garden of Life, we reformulated our organic protein and organic meal so that it actually tastes pretty good. Garden of Life, bringing tasty back. Keep it cooking means you keep it the best. Keep it cooking means comfort that feels good and does good. With 5 million trees planted for her and for generations to come. Keep it cooking with Quilted Northern.
The call that would be the turning point in the case came into the Lee County Sheriff's Office late at night, some 2 weeks after the murder of Dr. Teresa Sievers.
Thank God. Thank God. Seriously.
The tip came from a family friend of a man in a small town in Missouri, Hillsboro, Missouri. A man by the name of Curtis Wayne Wright, a 5-time convicted felon.
Sure enough, the more we dug, the more evidence started to pile up from suspected.
And soon the detectives were on the trail of a second career criminal who was a close friend of Curtis Wayne Wright, a man by the name of Jimmy Ray Rogers.
Jimmy Ray Rogers liked to call himself the Hammer. It was on his Facebook. He liked to refer to himself as the Hammer.
Both Jimmy Ray Rogers and Curtis Wayne Wright were now very much persons of interest, but they both had denied being in Florida at the time of the murder.
Curtis Wright told us that during the weekend of the murder, first he told us he was home sick in bed, never left his trailer. And then he at one point said, well, I was working on a car all weekend. And Jimmy was beside himself. He barely talked to us, and then just let us know he just doesn't like cops, so I'm not going to talk to you. I didn't go to Florida, and I don't talk to Wayne. He's a nerd.
Oh, okay.
See you later, Jimmy.
But even with the tip and the detective's gut feelings, there still wasn't anywhere near enough to arrest him. The detectives returned to Florida to play.
We had a lot of digital evidence that we found that we knew we had to process and try and piece it together. Most notably, when we did the initial warrant on the Curtis Wainwright residence, there was a vehicle in the driveway with a GPS in the center console. We were hoping, let's just hope he entered addresses in there, let's hope it tracked his movement. And at first, we're deflated again because they're telling us this information is deleted that we can't interpret. But so they spent a significant amount of time, hundreds and hundreds of man hours trying to figure out this code because it's how we just deleted data.
And bingo.
They were able to establish a route from Curtis Wainwright's residence in Hillsborough, Missouri. And he makes a route there to go to Jimmy Rogers' residence in Dead, Missouri. We went from 0 to 60 in a fairly short amount of time.
And then 1,104 miles south along Interstate 75, off the exit to Bonita Springs, and then right to Jarvis Road, the home of Dr. Teresa Severs.
I think it was an aha moment, and I think at that moment there is the, wait a minute, we have people saying we're not here, and they are.
Retrieving that address, which would have been deleted just hours or days later, and placing the killers in the area of Arlington was a critical piece of this puzzle.
And the GPS data showed their every movement on the way south.
One of the significant locations was a Walmart actually right across the street from the sheriff's office here, where we're able to capture what we believe was evidently Curtis Wainwright and Jimmy Ray Rogers walking in Walmart, finding a number of suspicious items. Lockpick set, garbage bags, cleaning items. So now we know they're down here. You can see them clear as day on the video on the day Dr. Severs returned home. Couldn't even believe it. The only thing we can think of is that they never thought we'd ever come up there because it's over 1,000 miles away. That they never would put two and two together.
And when the detectives returned to Missouri and went to question the Hammer's girlfriend, Taylor Showmaker, they hit even more pain.
And she started crying, and she just said, I know what happened.
I knew that he had something to do with it.
Okay.
And then he started asking questions like, what do you know about him? I'm like, well, no, you get to listen about him. And then he said, yeah. I said, did you shoot her? And he said, no. And I said, then how did you kill her? And he made us a little chocolate and then said,
You said what happened?
yeah.
Her man had confessed to her while lying in bed.
It's huge because he actually confessed. Jimmy Ray Rogers confessed to the murder and specifically said that he used a hammer, which is consistent with the physical evidence that we recovered from the scene.
And then Taylor Showmaker took Detective Levin to the area where she had helped her boyfriend, the Hammer, dispose of some of the evidence, including a blue jumpsuit he said he wore during the murder.
Case number 1502685 on your time out early 6:38 p.m. on Tuesday, August 25th, 2015. We were stopped over to where you identified the overall. She said it was that. Sure enough. We get out, we walk up to it, and this blue jumpsuit sitting on the side of the road. How did we find these items there? Okay. And what service we got to be there?
They had their evidence. They had their killers. But the investigation was far from over. Curtis Wainwright now tells the authorities he has information they will want if he can make a deal with them.
So as difficult as it was to us a decision that had to be made to let Wright plead to second-degree murder and receive a sentence of 25 years, provided he testified truthfully.
Wright's information involved his best friend in high school, back in Missouri, Mark Severs, Teresa Severs' husband. And now it was turning into a case of murder for hire.
When you're a small business owner, your to-do list can be a lot. That's why Progressive makes it easy to save with a commercial auto quote online, so you can take on all your other to-dos.
I did.
See if you could save at progressivecommercial.com.
The detectives were already suspicious of Seavers, especially after a second round of questioning.
We've met many people through our investigations that have lost a loved one, and he seemed fake.
When detectives would leave the interrogation, they had a sense Seavers was playing to the camera.
I saw a lot of simulated behavior. It didn't feel real.
It was so much of what would appear to be so much of a show.
Talking about your relationship. You guys been contemplating kind of separation or divorces? Has there been any marital problems?
The detectives would later learn from friends and family, the couple indeed had both marital and financial problems.
What are some of the biggest motives for anybody to do something they shouldn't? Money's a big one. Infidelity is another. So we have two of those on the board right now. You can see there's more of a darker side to who he really was and who he wanted to show us.
As he was leaving, he said, "I'll do anything I can to cooperate, to assist, to catch this killer."
I'm speaking regions again. I've broken your number, my folks. You call me what you.
And it isn't a week later when he's no longer willing to cooperate.
Well, he had a slur to contact us and shut off all contact. He ghosted us, he stopped talking, he stopped cooperating.
The prosecutors did not need Seaver's cooperation to make their case. In the first test case, with the trial of Jimmy Ray Rogers, everything hinged on whether a jury would believe Curtis Wayne Wright in his chilling version of the murder of Teresa Seavers.
We came there to kill her.
Teresa Seavers' mother and sister were in the courtroom every day.
Were you able to see where he was hitting her with the hammer?
And the head.
And what happened after she fell on the floor?
Continued to hit her.
He continued to hit her?
Yes.
Mr. Rogers?
Yes.
I physically walked over to the area where he was at and asked him to stop. Put my hand on him.
It didn't take long for the jury to return a verdict.
We have a verdict in the Jimmy Ray Rogers case. Says we do have a guilty verdict. We do have a guilty verdict in Jimmy Ray Rogers, but it's a second-degree murder, not a first-degree murder.
Rogers was later sentenced to 25 years in prison. But for prosecutors, there would be no justice unless they could make a case against the man they believe had hired the killers, Mark Seavers.
But for Mark Seavers, there would have been no funeral. There would have been no grieving family. There would have been no children without parents. It was important that all that participated were held accountable.
The evidence against Seavers continued to mount, including his use of prepaid, or what are called burner phones, used by both men.
Mark Seavers and Curtis Wainwright had a secret communication system set up.
their code word together was switch to other or other. They would initially, almost immediately switch over to these prepaid phone, and we were able to establish a connection.
According to what Wright told the detectives, the plan for the murder was made when Mark Sievers attended Wright's wedding in Missouri 2 months earlier.
This is basically where it all, started coming together. Mark suggested 2 scenarios. One was to shoot her or kill her outside of the medical practice when she was leaving work one night. Curtis explained to me, he said, well, what if she's with somebody when she comes out of medical practice? And Mark says, well, that would be better, because if somebody else is killed during the offense, then it's likely to keep the suspicion off me or anybody else. So he explained it as collateral damage, which goes to show you the type of person Mark Sievers really is.
When the time came to arrest Mark Sievers, detectives knew from their surveillance exactly where to find him.
So there wasn't really anywhere Mr. Sievers was going to go where we couldn't find him, unless he had a ride in outer space that we didn't know about.
He was at home, but there was concern he was armed and might resist taking his daughters hostage.
So we knew that if he had been watching TV, and he knows we got him. We knew we had to get Mark Sievers. And most importantly, we extract him and save those children.
The job fell to Detective David Levitt.
We knew he had many guns in the home, but his behavior was erratic. So that, coupled with the fact that he knows he's getting arrested for the murder of his wife, he has guns in the home, and there's 2 little girls present. So we were very worried. So we get to the door. I see the girls have kind of perk up and look towards the door, and then I see Mark starting to come towards the door, phone in his hand, and he turns around and starts to walk away. So I said to the deputy who was with me, I said, we're giving this another 5 seconds, and we're forcing it. Fortunately, within half that time, he came back, opened the door, and leaned out with his phone in his hand, and grabbed him by his wrist. You're under arrest for murdering your wife.
And when Mark arrived, he had a smirk that I'll never forget. It was a smirk that was 1,000 miles there. It was ice cold. You could look at him and see he was ice cold, no blood in his veins, and he knew he was caught.
But the defense was preparing a surprise twist that not only was Curtis Wainwright a killer and a skilled liar, but that Wright was actually in love with Mark Sievers and killed Teresa on his own to get her out of the way.
Curtis can't have Mark. Nobody can.
Are you feeling stressed, depressed, or just stuck? IMS can help. It all starts with one click. You can take a free assessment at 4hims.com. You can see expert licensed medical providers 100% online, typically within 48 hours. They can prescribe trusted mental health medication, which is right for you. No insurance required. Through HIMS, it's never been simpler to start turning things around. Get started today at 4hims.com.
I went to Angie and typed in pool,
Worry.
cleaners,
Garage, interior painting, exterior painting.
for whatever project you need, there's an option. Oh, I have another project. Let's try this. Get started at Angie.com today.
It's a privilege to be able to have land and manage it for a living. The land will teach you many lessons. Nature will teach you many lessons. But the biggest lesson is starting something and finishing it. Not so much about getting ahead, that will never happen, but not getting too far behind.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Law and Crime. Right now, we are going to see opening statements at around 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the trial of Mark Sievers.
With reporters fascinated about how much Mark Sievers and Curtis Wainwright looked like.
They do look nearly identical. identical.
I can't wait just to see these two former best friends looking at each other in court, one of them testifying against another. That's something straight out of a movie.
On the record, both assistant state attorneys are present. Mr. Sievers is present, and both defense counsel states ready. Defense is ready.
The courtroom was packed, and like a wedding, there was a side for the wife, the victim's family, and a side for the husband, the accused murderer.
A little antagonistic in the crowd.
But unlike that day 12 years earlier, when Teresa and Mark Sievers were married, there was no joy on either side today.
We'll move to opening statements at this time. State.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
Cynthia Ross, the head of the homicide unit in the state's attorney's office. Her first priority was to make sure the jury knew the importance of her key witness, Curtis Wainwright, but that he was hardly a model citizen.
We were asking them to believe a killer.
Curtis Wainwright allowed us to hear the conversations that occurred between he and Mark Sievers. To hear how Mark Sievers solicited, inspired, and arranged the murder of Teresa Sievers.
Defense.
Mark Sievers chose Michael Munger as the lawyer to defend him in the murder case after the two bonded during proceedings over the custody of Sievers' children.
On a very personal level, he's a very nice man. He's kind of goofy, kind of funny. And over the 4 years that I represented Mark, I got to like him. I really do like Mark.
You're going to hear about prepaid phones. You're going to hear about divorce, infidelity, life insurance as a motive. And ultimately, all the evidence of the conspiracy. All the evidence Mr. Sievers' involvement is going to come from one man. And that's Curtis Wainwright.
I wanted to convey to the jury this was a credibility trial of Curtis Wainwright.
Next witness.
It was the very next day that Curtis Wainwright took the stand. And at first, Sievers gave off the impression of not having a care in the world, smiling and cracking jokes with his lawyer. But that would quickly change.
Do you help, swear, or affirm the testimony you're about to give?
Wright was questioned by prosecutor Avi Hunter.
The biggest moment in the trial was Mr. Wright taking the stand. These two men have been best friends most of their lives.
Mr. Wright, you killed Dr. Teresa Sievers.
Yeah, Your Honors, and I physically did it. Mark Sievers was also involved in the planning.
Why did you do it?
I was asked to do it.
By whom?
Mr. Sievers.
Is Mr. Sievers in court today?
Yes, he is.
Can you please point to Mr. Sievers and identify him by the article of clothing?
He's the middle gentleman there at the table. The darker colored jacket.
Well, I'm not a fan of Curtis Wright. He's a killer. He's a big killer. And so we went straight at it. There wasn't going to be any compromises for Mr. Wright.
And Wright was immediately confronted about his earlier lies when he tried to pin all the blame on Jimmy Ray Rogers.
Can you tell us the truth?
Not in the beginning.
Started out with a lie.
Well, it started out with the truth, but it got off in the middle, and then those lies were corrected. I told the truth before the end of that statement.
Watching all this in the courtroom was Sievers' stepmother from Missouri, who has known Wright since he was 12 years old.
I'm not a human lie detector, but he did a magnificent job of lying. He's a pathological liar. Nobody really talks about female hair thinning, and that can make it hard for women to bring up or even describe. Whether it's a receding hairline, postpartum hair loss, or even stress-related thinning, women want a personalized solution, and that's exactly what Hers offers. At 4hers.com, you can take their free online hair quiz, share some info about your health history, and a medical provider can recommend a treatment just for you. Plus, Hers offers a full range of prescription treatments formulated for all hair types. Take the hair quiz today at 4hers.com.
It's the better Kia offer of the week. Get up to $1,500
Hold on, I'm
back
coming.
expense if your first spender wins. For
Oh,
all
God.
this weekend. Activation parlays and popcorn ready. And turn any game into a must-watch. Download the Better Kia app.
Baby, it's 3 o'clock. Are you ready for work? I'm coming, mamas.
Wright testified that he and Sears, as shooters on the run, made the deal to kill Teresa and Wright raised during a few months earlier.
Talking about the injuries that we're having problems, marital problems. Told me that she was having an affair, and that they were having financial problems as well, considering bankruptcy. We asked him what they. He told me that the only option that he had was for her to die.
Okay.
Wright said he received a $600 check.
Now you'll need.
With the promise of much more to come.
He said that there was a lot of insurance that him and the kids would be well taken care of. And that he had at least $100,000 to offer to have it done.
And then Wright killed his